Over the years, the National Defense University Foundation has been honored to present the American Patriot Award to a host of individuals whose service to our country, whether military or civilian, has been extraordinary. Through their steady dedication, their perseverance, their commitment to our nation and all that we stand for, these individuals have all left an indelible imprint on the America of the 21st century. Tonight, we have the unique opportunity to honor two great Americans. Two men from opposite corners of the country, from vastly different backgrounds and political affiliations, who together over the last half-century of public service have played a leadership role in some of our nation's most dramatic and historic events, have helped lead us through the most dangerous and challenging period in our history, and have done so with an unparalleled level of courage, selflessness, and grace. John McCain's long and distinguished career in service to our nation spans over 5 decades and the administrations of 11 presidents. Following his father and grandfather, both four-star admirals, into the Navy, he graduated from the U.S. Naval Academy in 1958 and began a 23-year career as a naval aviator at the height of the Vietnam War. His remarkable service in Vietnam and the faith and courage he displayed in the face of unspeakable horror as a prisoner of war for 5 long years is well known and has indeed inspired millions of Americans, young and old. Not surprisingly, Vietnam changed John McCain. In his own words, it gave him a seriousness of purpose and self-confidence unlike anything he had ever experienced. It is a surprising irony that war, he said, for all its horror, provides the combatant with every conceivable human experience. Experiences that usually take a lifetime to know are felt and felt intensely in one brief passage of life. That very seriousness of purpose was to lead John McCain to make even more remarkable contributions to his nation and the cause of freedom over the next 3 decades, from 2 terms in the House of Representatives to 5 terms in the U.S. Senate, to the 2008 Republican nominee for President of the United States. During this period, Senator McCain has been a powerful voice on a broad range of national and international issues. From his earliest years in Congress, he has led the fight for reforming Washington, from eliminating wasteful government spending, ending loopholes for special interest groups, and attacking the corruptive influence of large political contributions. Nowhere, however, has Senator McCain's leadership been more significant and his influence more profound than on the critical issues of national security and assuring the defense readiness of our nation in the 21st century. From his support of comprehensive immigration reform and securing our borders, to his unwavering dedication to our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan and the war on terror. Among his diverse and far-ranging committee assignments over the years, none has been more important than his current role as a member of the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee and as ranking member of the powerful Senate Armed Services Committee. Throughout his congressional career, Senator McCain has fought tirelessly for the people of his state and the nation as a whole. He has understood, like few others, the inner workings of government and has known how to move the nation's agenda forward, never sacrificing his beliefs, never compromising his integrity, with a sense of fairness and justice that far transcends ideology and party politics. His unwavering devotion to the welfare of our military personnel and their families, and to our national security, has had a profound impact on shaping the defense policies of the United States. When Senator Joseph Lieberman decided to speak at the 2008 Republican National Convention on behalf of presidential nominee John McCain, the senator from Connecticut was not only boldly defying a time-honored protocol of American party politics, He was going against the counsel of some of his most trusted advisors, and to be sure, risking his political future. But to those who truly knew the heart of this great American statesman, Senator Lieberman was doing the only thing he could. He was speaking out purely and simply as an American, not as a Republican, not as a Democrat, not as an independent, as an American. And he did so during arguably one of the most polarized and divisive eras in American history. This is what true American patriotism is all about. This is what the American Patriot Award is all about. And so too, this is what the life and career of Joe Lieberman is all about. His career in public service began immediately after graduating from Yale Law School, when in 1970 he was elected as a Reform Democrat to the Connecticut State Senate. After 3 terms as Majority Leader and a 6-year term as State Attorney General, Joe Lieberman was elected in 1988 to the United States Senate, where he has served his state and helped lead our nation with great distinction for nearly 24 years. As a senator for nearly 4 terms, as the Democratic candidate for vice president in the year 2000, Joe Lieberman has earned a national reputation as one of the most thoughtful, principled, and effective legislators in congressional history. The broad and enduring respect and admiration he has attained across all party lines is simply unparalleled in modern American politics. Senator Lieberman's remarkable career and achievements are the result of fundamental core values and a set of beliefs forged and ingrained within him from his faith, his family, and his love for America and what our country has and continues to represent. At home, he has been a staunch supporter of equal opportunity in every arena for all Americans, in policies that support business development and expand markets for American products, in programs that encourage innovation and opportunity for all, in initiatives that invest in education while empowering parents and strengthening families. Domestically, Senator Lieberman has been a consistent and outspoken leader across a broad range of critical issues, from assuring higher quality, more affordable health care to protecting our environment for future generations. Nowhere has Senator Lieberman's influence and impact been greater than in the national security arena. As chairman of the Homeland Security and Governmental Affairs Committee, and as a member of the Senate Armed Services Committee, where he is chairman of the Subcommittee on Air-Land Forces and a member of the Subcommittee on Emerging Threats and Capabilities. He has been and remains at the very forefront of our efforts to not only assure continued investment in a strong national defense, but to transform our armed forces to better meet the threats of the 21st century. Senator Lieberman's leadership has literally spanned the gamut of national security issues, from leading the establishment of the Department of Homeland Security to implementing the 9/11 Commission recommendations and reorganizing our national intelligence community, from preparing and equipping first responders at all levels to reforming FEMA and a host of other high-security initiatives. He has been a strong and consistent supporter of the war on terror and an advocate, despite the political cost, for using America's military might to defend America's interests and values whenever and wherever they are seriously endangered. At the same time, he has been a voice of reason in the Senate, a unifier of constituents across the great political divide, with a long record of engendering bipartisan cooperation on critical national security issues. His historical perspective, his institutional knowledge, his innate insight into the complexities of global politics, coupled with a myopic focus on protecting the interests and security of America, have allowed Senator Lieberman to make a remarkable and enduring contribution to our nation. Two great Americans, two men who, in the words of Kipling, could walk with kings, yet not lose the common touch. Two men who, as the poet said, filled the unforgiving minute with 60 seconds worth of distance run, and did so throughout over 4 decades of service to our nation. On behalf of a grateful nation, the National Defense University Foundation is proud to present the 2011 American Patriot Award to Senator John McCain of Arizona and Senator Joe Lieberman of Connecticut.